Akash and see the real reflection of you walking through the hospital late at night. Why is that? Well, I'm being quite quiet right now because it would be quite rude not to be quiet at this point in time. But, yeah, I spent some time visiting my friend in the hospital, and he's doing alright and everything's okay. Yet at the same time, I want to make sure that he's alright and everything's okay. So, besides, it's a good way of just... It's important to check in on other people, and to be there for them. Some of the best times in my life have actually been when I've been able to be of service for other people. And so I actually feel quite honored and privileged to actually be able to be of service to someone. And so it's great, All right, I can talk a little bit more normally over here because we're by the elevators. Yeah, I know I didn't make a video yesterday. That's part of life, I try to make it when I can, and when I can't, I can't. Not making excuses, just the time it escapes from me. If I'm looking at the past, couple weeks, it's been a pretty rough season, actually. Not just on the personal front, but as it relates to business. There's been some great wins as well. It's been lots of fluctuations, so I just find that kind of interesting. And yet at the same time, there's been, like I said, there's some lots of fluctuations. So some great things happening and some not so great things happening. One of the things I've been focusing on is just staying as level as I possibly can in the midst of all of it, right? So no high highs, no low lows. Dealing with everything and being okay with it, Not saying that it's super bad or it's super great, simply being all right with it simply is. Today was especially a big day of a lot of service and being there and supporting others today. It was 3 or 4 or 5 people today that I was just either talking off the ledge, simply being there and being there for, or listening to, because it seemed like they needed to be listened to. And I am so glad that I can do that and I can be there for other people, because like I said, it keeps me out of my own stuff. And it's a good reminder of sometimes the best thing you can do is ask for help from someone, because when you ask for help from someone, you have no idea what they're going through themselves. And so it's a good way to give the gift of allowing somebody to be of service or to help you, so that you get them out of your own stuff. And I find people who can do that are actually really brave. I also mean that in the sense of there's a gift when giving a gift, right? So a lot of people are like, oh, well, I couldn't take that. If someone wants to give a gift, they're like, oh, well, I couldn't take that, or I can't accept that. That's too generous, this, that, or the other thing. And, well, okay, the person's being generous, whatever. The person's also being generous from a place of, selfishness, right? In other words, it's give me the gift of being able to give you a gift, right? Of something that's really generous, right? In other words, if I give somebody $10,000, I feel good about myself that I'm able to give them $10,000. So give me the gift of being able to give you $10,000. Don't be all bashful and this, that, and the other thing of, oh, well, I can't do that because this, because of that, or whatever, Give them the gift of giving you a gift and accept it with grace. I really think there's something to that, and it's important. I know if I was trying to give somebody a gift and they were trying to be all bashful with me, it's no, come on. When you do that, it takes away from it. So I think we can also do that with our time, right? So if someone's like, hey, don't worry about me, this, that, or the other thing. No, if I'm going to give you my time, I'm going to give you my time, and I want to give you my time. So don't be all this, that, and the other thing with me, I mean, I'm not saying don't be appreciative or grateful. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm simply saying don't be over the opposite the other way too. I don't know. That's really what I got right now. I'm about to head back home in a little bit. Just jump on the elevator, head back home, and that's it. But lastly, what I'll say is, when I was coming to the hospital earlier today, I was walking through with one of the volunteers, and I could tell the volunteer was had some type of like social, whatever, anxiety, or was just a little off socially. So I did what I could in terms of just taking the lead socially in there. I was like, oh, how's it going? This, that, and the other, just talking and whatever, and being like the big brother, you know, like kind of teaching them, hey, yeah, this is how you talk to people and whatever, and just being very pleasant to be around. And while I was walking all throughout the hospital today for when I was running around this, that, and the other thing, just going to go downstairs to grab a cup of coffee or this or whatever it is, everybody that I saw, one of my big focuses today was I'm just gonna have the biggest smile and be the most easy presence to be around, you know? So when the nurses who are dealing with a lot of patients who are complaining of pain or whatever it is that they're dealing with, well, being a place of like a point of levity, you know, joking around or having a big smile on my face or dressing a little eclectic. How many guys go to the hospital dressed like this? So all to say to bring some like really good energy here. And that's what I did today. That was my big focus, is that while I'm here, I want to make sure that I give the best experience, not only to everybody around here, but also to myself. So that it's a good reminder that it doesn't matter what's going on in life or whatever, I have the ability to choose my attitude, and this is the attitude that I'm going to choose for today. So with that, keep up, thrive, and stay sexy.